Sanjay Leela Bhansali made a new Netflix show over red light area in Lahore. But did he just distorted historical facts in the show? Is this an attempt to fabricate the independence movement Lahoris did for Pakistan back in 1940s? This review contains spoilers, so please beware. Hello everyone. I watched the new Netflix series Sanjay Leela Bhansali made on certain area of Lahore where courtesans used to live. The place was referred as Diamond Market. I always loved his movies like Devdas in Black, but Sanjay Leela seems to have some special affection for courtesans. He never skips a chance to feature them in every movie he makes. He always liked to glorify their profession, their lifestyle, without even knowing that this profession is strictly haram, and all the courtesans who are glorified in this series who lived a life that is not halal at all. Anyways, let's start the review. The story revolves around three sisters who are courtesans and have serious fights over ownership of brothel house. Malika Jan murdered her elder sister Rehana Begum, who sold her son to some rich family in Lahore. Malika Jan then usurped her house, and she even didn't give her sister Wahida any share. Plus, Rehana's daughter was sent away. Malika Jan got two daughters, Bibo and Alamzeb. One who is a courtesan like her mother, and other one wanna be a poetess. And she also have a love story with this ugly guy Tajdar, who belongs to a rich family, and she doesn't want to be a courtesan. Her mom is against this love story. Malika's elder daughter is involved in independence movement, and she's kinda James Bond of her times, and no one at her homes know that. Her elder sister Rehana's daughter Farid then comes back and tries to ruin their lives to have revenge for her mother. But Malika Jan gets away with all her sins and no one can cause any harm to her. That's the entire premise of the show. There are many negative aspects of the show and I don't know where to start from. Okay, first thing first. The show is set in the year of 1945 when independence movement was in its full bloom for Pakistan everywhere in Lahore. And this city was a hub of it. But the word Pakistan is completely ignored and omitted from the show, which is clearly a distortion of historical fact. Because in reality it was Lahore, where the resolution of Pakistan was passed back in 1940. In Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan, held a jam-packed political meeting with all natives of Lahore in Iqbal Park. So how is it possible that all freedom fighters in the show are chanting Inqilab Zindabad, but none of them said Pakistan Zindabad? Also, one of the Inqilabi was shown waving flag of India in the streets of Lahore, which was very funny to watch. I mean, seriously? No offense to India, but no one wanted to become a part of India in Lahore. All the Nawabs of Lahore are shown selfish, misogynist, and loyal to Britishers instead of freedom fighters, when in reality that was not the case. Also, the most funniest part was when this Nawab Tajdar was compelling a freedom-fighting head to take him as well into this movement. To support his argument, he took the names of Gandhi and Nehru as independence leaders to give example as why studying abroad and coming back to India doesn't cloud the spirit of his patriotism. But he breezily omitted the name of greatest leader Muhammad Ali Jinnah this Indo-Pak region can ever have, without whom the formation of Pakistan and cracking of India into two different countries was not possible. However, this remarkable division of India doesn't need any Netflix representation like this to be acknowledged. But what bothers me is it's coming from a director who allegedly tries to be perfect in every minor detail showcased in his work. But such big historical blunders will raise questions on his credibility. Independence was acquired by the ancestors of Pakistanis after giving real sacrifices, and so using this beautiful event of history to fill the episodes for your Netflix show, that too changing it to its core and stealing it from the hands of real heroes of the history is so cheap. Music. The music of the show was not so good. The songs of show were so boring to listen and to watch. They were not ahead of his previous works at all. His one song Azadi was straightly copied from Pakistani song Hum Dekhenge. As the theme of the show is based on courtesans and it is on Netflix, so yes, it demanded to be vulgar and sexually explicit, both in visually and dialogue-wise. I highly recommend to skip them. Lahore is shown as a city of sins and normalizing courtesans everywhere, whether in family gatherings or in cafes. No one has any problem with them. Also, consumption of wine is shown as it was free back then, and everyone in Lahore was ready to get laid when it was part of India. Positive aspects. The dialogues of the show are very well written and quite an effort was put in searching and selecting Urdu words. But there were two times when they spoke dialogues which went against God, like यहाँ के खुदा हम भी हैं, हमें खुदा का भी खौफ नहीं. I don't understand what pleasure they get by uttering such words from the mouth of Muslims. Shame on the writer. The sets used in the show were very beautiful, but at times they looked very dark and colorless to me. But they did give a realistic view to the story. The direction was so great and every scene looked spectacular, as how Sanjay Leela Bhansali Bhansali plays with symmetry of props and actors in the camera view of the scene, which is amazing. In cast, Manisha Koirala did good job as Malika Jan, a character which is a mixture of Hatsamumo and Mameha, but her dialogue delivery seemed weak at few scenes, but she looked fine overall. Sonakshi Sinha did great job, and her acting was so good. She did a negative role which turned into a good one. Fardeen Khan as Sams Nawab came back to the screens after so many years, and he looked good in the show. Aditi Rao as Bibo and a freedom fighter plus courtesan was also very good in her acting skills. She was shot as punishment in the end. Taha Shah as Tajdar as rich young guy who fall in love with courtesan and in end dies. His acting was good, but his looks were not. Same goes for Richa Chadda, who looked not so good looking to me, so her character was wasted, in my opinion. Farida Jalal also came back to screens after so many years, and her role as Qudsiya Begum was so good. The show overall is a good watch if you skip vulgar scenes and just watch it as fictional show, because none of the characters exist in real life, but you can watch it with family at any cost. That was the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share my video. Also, please subscribe to my channel. If you like, you can follow me on other social media platforms. The links are in description. Thank you. Bye.